So, as many of you may know, one of the many things that the Rams struggled with this past season was the offensive line and keeping our quarterback healthy, or even being able to let plays develop downfield. You see, a good offensive line is extremely important in any team's quest to win a championship or to be a contender in general. And while they may not get the praise or the all the love, like the quarterbacks or the running backs or the wide receivers get, they're very important because a good solid line it does so many things for the offense. All right, it the more physical they are, they establish the tone, so they're the ones attacking, establishing the tone, like I said, to the defense as opposed to the other way around. You get to dictate what you want to do. You can push people out of the way and run the ball at will, breaking not only the defense but the entire rest of the team's will to even play, which is ideal. Uh, if you have a good cohesive line that can hold back the pass rush, you can have the play develop longer. So after the quarterback snaps the ball, there could be that they the play the longer they can hold, the more time the wide receivers have to stretch the field, go downfield, and more time for the quarterback to launch it deep, attack the defense downfield for a big gain, and kind of keep the defense on their heels and put them more in a passive, uh, reactive role as opposed to a proactive and aggressive mindset during a game. All of this is very important. All right. Now, the Rams struggled mightily on the offensive line last year. And was it all their fault? No, it wasn't all their fault. The Rams had a lot of bad luck. We had a bunch of injuries. Um, the past this past season, in fact, I believe I believe they set a record. I believe they set a record for, I want to say, 10, 11 games in a row. It might even be more. It might actually be 12. I definitely know it was 10, 11 games in a row where they had a different starting set of 5 offensive linemen in each of those first 10, 11 games. That is a record from my understanding. Okay? That is not good. Okay? That is it is something I have not quite ever seen before in my time as a football fan. And it makes it very, very difficult for the offensive line to form any kind of cohesion if you got different people interchanging in week in and week out. Okay? It's not ideal. However, the players that we do have, I've I just believe we can upgrade in many of those positions. All right, and I saw this little article that kind of perked my ears. Taylor Lewan has expressed interest in the Rams should LA sign him. Huh. Well, I said, well, Charles the Ram, let's go ahead and read this. Let's go ahead and get into it a little bit, and I'll kind of give my thoughts as we go along. I hope y'all are having a good day. Last offseason, the Rams signed Joe Noteboom to a 3-year deal worth $40 million, despite the fact he's never been a full-time starter as a left tackle. Is he worth the money? Don't really know. He's a good swing tackle. He's a good extra man for the 12 personnel sets, but starting tackle, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's worth it. But to replace Andrew Whitworth. And will we go in a different direction? Taylor Lewan could be an option. The Titans recently cut the 3-time Pro Bowler on Wednesday, freeing up some much-needed cap space. So the Titans, much like us, are trying to get their financial situations in order, okay? Because, that's important, and they're in the same position as us. Lewan turns 32 in July, sounds open to playing for the Rams. Last month, he mentioned the Rams as a team he'd hypothetically be interested in if he were a free agent. And this is exactly this is what he was saying here. I think the LA Rams are a team I'd be interested in. He said this in his Bussin' with the Boys podcast. One of my coworkers mentioned this the other day. He listens to that podcast. He says it's pretty good. So I might have to check that out. He continued, I think LA would be cool because Neil L. Atrice is their doctor. I completely butchered that, but continuing on, I think Sean McVay is a expletive stud, and I think it'd be a lot of fun down there too. Interesting. Okay, so he says he thinks LA would be cool because he knows their doctor, and he thinks Sean McVay is a stud, and that he feels like he would have a lot of fun there too. Well, it is California, okay, and as long as it's you got the Hollywood, you got the hills, it's very pretty, the weather's nice, so I'm sure it would be fun. Obviously, the Rams weren't the only team that he'd mentioned, and but we don't know if the feeling is mutual for the Rams. If we did want to sign him and move away from Noteboom, cutting Noteboom before June 1st would save them $2.5 million in 2023. Interesting. A post-June 1st cut would save them $8.5 million this year. That's after June 1st. Okay, so there's going to be a lot going on after June. I think we'll see a lot of activity as far as releasing some guys and signing some guys as well. Spreads out the dead cap money across the next 2 seasons. It's not a bigger net saving. So that's essentially what it is. It just spreads out the bill, and it doesn't necessarily save them any money. It just spreads it out through the next 2 years, something the Rams tend to do quite often. Now, if they can find a trade partner, trading Noteboom would save them $7.5 million this year with no added dead money in 2024. I highly doubt someone's going to trade for Noteboom, okay? I don't dislike Noteboom. He seems like a nice man, but there ain't no damn way. They'll probably give us a ham sandwich for Noteboom, honestly. Okay? He's got no trade value. But moving on. Lewan is no longer in his prime, and he only played 20 games in the last 3 seasons. Okay, see, this is concerning. All right? He's only played 20 games in the last 3 seasons. Yep, I knew there was a but here. So he could be a reasonably low-cost signing for the Rams. Probably get his cap hit below Noteboom's $15.5 million cap charge in 2023. There are injury concerns for both players, so neither is a lock to suit up for all 17 games. Moving on from Noteboom for an older, injury-prone tackle could be a risk, but it's one worth taking. Now, my whole thing is this. I've said this before, I think, and I don't know if y'all can hear the jet that just flew over my head, but that was pretty awesome. But, I don't know if y'all can hear it, cool. If not, if you can, that's what that is. We got got an air show going on here. Anyway, continuing on. Taylor Lewan, he is a good tackle, and my whole thought process is the Rams need to do everything they can to improve this offensive line because it was terrible last season. Okay? Do everything you can. That means getting new coaches. That means signing people in free agency. That means signing people off the street if need be, and maybe signing people off these the XFL, these kind of lower grade leagues, drafting offensive linemen. You bring in as much talented prospects as you can, and you have them all compete in training camp, and then you weed out the best ones, and that's who you go with. But fixing the offensive line and getting the offensive line as strong as possible must be a priority this offseason. Get them by any means necessary. Draft, free agents, minor leagues, whatever. Bring them all in. Let them compete in the in training camp, and we'll see where the chips may fall. Taylor Lewan. I'm gonna be honest, getting really kind of tired of injury-prone players. Okay, this is never personal. Okay, I'm speaking as a fan from the outside looking in. We had a lot of injuries this past season. Okay, a lot, and it killed our season. All right, it really killed our season, and I'm just not. I'm not particularly motivated to sign more injury-prone players. Okay, I just don't. I just feel like it's just going to be the same situation next year. All right. I don't want to invest money in players who will sit on the bench for the majority of the season. Okay. Having said that, if you're going to ask me, should we bring Taylor Lewan in? This is my answer. Yes. I would say bring him in. At least bring him into training camp to see how he plays. But he has to be. Sign him at the minimum. Don't spend a lot of capital. Don't be putting out a big. Don't be giving this dude a big contract. Okay. We like to do that, and it's cool. I know this guy's talented, but the man has been injured so often recently. Okay. He needs to be on a prove-it deal. Sign him for like league minimum. Tell him, hey man, show us you can be healthy this entire season. If you can be healthy this entire season, then maybe we can talk turkey. Okay, maybe we can talk some cheddar. Give you a little extra cheddar if you are able to remain healthy for the remainder of the 2023 season. Okay, no more giving these people big ass contracts before they even play it down for you, Les. Okay, because it'll bite you in the ass. It'll bite you in the ass. Okay, and I'm not saying I've praised most of the signings anyway, just to let you know. Okay, I've loved all the signings, but the truth is, we got burned by a lot of injuries last season, and now, and you see how we paid for it, so we have to be careful. We have to tread lightly. But ultimately, I do believe Taylor Lewan should be brought in for the correct price for league minimum. And fuck, excuse me, and just see where the chips fall or they may. Having said that, that's gonna be it. I will catch you guys on the next episode. It is good to be back, and I hope y'all have a good day. And as always, y'all, go Rams. Go Rams, baby. It's the off season where anything is possible. Go Rams. We are undefeated. We are bouncing back in a big way next season, and it all starts with fixing this damn O-line, giving Matthew Stafford time to throw the ball past the 15 yards, okay? We got this. Go Rams.